Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Joe Flacco looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Play clock winding down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way, no gain at all for the offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Eifert, the man in motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Petty now. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that'll be incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
The first carry now. This is Lacy. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The offense lining up 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. And the D looking like they may blitz. They run it again with Lacey. And some room to work. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a good little broken tackle run there for the former 2nd-round pick, Eddie Lacy.
He's a big back, and he runs with some power and definitely with some physicality. And enough of those types of runs, as they accumulate, they turn into bigger runs later because after a while, guys don't want to deal with him.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down, and they're going to go soft on the corners. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Here we go now. Watch it now, Marty.
Here's Patty. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Campanaro on the return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Four yards remaining now on second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing here on first down. Flacco caught left side. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll hand it off. Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll come out in the pistol. Bootleg. Flacco. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Move 45. Move 45.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Move 45. Move 45. Over.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Eifert, the man in motion. Petty now. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, left side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
In motion left, the tight end. 1st down and goal. The offense not. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Eddie Lacy in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they try the right side here. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know if that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the 2nd half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And the wide out in motion. On 1st down, Flacco. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there out of the running game. 38 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he lost the football. I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Hill.
Oh, good luck with that.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Room here to run. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. A good pickup there, a 22.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And quickly, they get to the line. Again, it's Lacey. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, blue 45. Blue 45.
Back now in Baltimore. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Cover. Check 4. Check 4. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion. Motion. Hut. Under. Check it. Crash. Set. Over.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
Come on, baby. Let's get excited. Let's go.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right, to be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeremy Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here come the Ravens. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Second down, Flacco now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7.
Under. Hey, move, 45.
in motion right. Flacco looking to throw for it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go now.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. 3-19. Gun. Detroit.
Here's Petty. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll go on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one, and now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through. So for Baltimore, the win means they'll finish the 1st half at a respectable 5-3.